Cars line up outside of a barn in Treeherne, Manitoba. Passing by, the only unusual thing about the scene is how many people seem to be crowding onto this normally quiet property. But inside, dogs from all over Manitoba await desperately needed spay and neuter surgery. In the city, dog owners take spay and neuter for granted. It's just something you do. You get a puppy, you get the booster shots, and then you spay or neuter. But in Manitoba's most rural communities, there's just no access to these basic veterinary services. Female dogs can produce more than 10 puppies per litter, and it only takes up to 68 days of gestation for them to do it. It's not hard to see how just a few feral dogs can quickly overtake a community without intervention. This operation is a mobile spay and neuter clinic, organized by Save a Dog Network Canada's president, Katie Powell.
So the initiative this weekend is to provide First Nations with low-income vetting for their dogs. So we've got these volunteer vets to come out. We're trying to fix about 100 dogs from 6 First Nation communities. These are owned dogs living in these communities. We're bringing them here, fixing them, and returning them back to their loving families.
When we talk about Canine Advocates Manitoba, this is where the advocates part comes from.
You really need all these extra hands. You need all the helpers. You know, it's not just the veterinarian doing the surgery. It's more about everyone else on the sidelines helping recover the dogs, bringing the dogs here, all the supplies. That stuff is even more important than the surgeon itself.
Dave has brought in 2 van loads of dogs from a nearby First Nation community. At the heart of the organization's mission, ethically slowing the canine population is the key to solving the crisis.
The overpopulation that we've got in Manitoba is pretty extreme, so anything we can do to help out with that is great.
Once the dogs have passed through surgery, loving veterinary professionals and volunteers stay with them until they're strong enough to go home. Dave's weekend will be filled with trips back and forth to neighboring communities, bringing dogs in and out for this essential operation. Even though 100 dogs is just a drop in the bucket, this weekend has prevented the births of thousands of unwanted feral dogs. It seems intangible, but it's the only way to create a better future for Manitoba's dogs and the communities they live in.